Mr. Lewison.
Oh, hello. There you are. Hi.
Hello. Good to see you. It's good to have you with us. Now, I understand that you have been the leading force of this new fad ever since it began. Can you tell us something about that?
Yes, I suppose it has become rather popular, but I tend to shun the word fad. It's something I have to do, but it's not really a scheme to make money, necessarily.
Of course. Well, what exactly is it then that you are trying to do? Can you shed some light on that for us?
Well, you know, John, I'm a pretty famous poet, a neo-poet, if you will, and I just got really fed up with how futile and really meaningless modern poetry is, and the constraints of it all in our society. So, essentially, what I did is I constrained myself to a 3-foot diameter circle out in the middle of India, and I just, thought for a long time. I refused to leave it for 2 years. And I really think that's what's made my project what it is today.
Incredible. Well, so what you're saying is that this really is a result of 2 to 3 years of intense meditation?
Well, not exactly. It's something I can't really put into words. You see, that would kind of defeat the whole purpose and what this is really about. And I hope you can understand that.
Sure. Well, from what I understand, we have a clip of this that we can roll, so if you don't mind, we're going to go ahead and show that right now, and then we'll pick up afterwards.
The white bird wanders, the sea is true. The call is calm, yet fierce. And am I not to boast? To starve? I do. I go. Not to see the old, but to see the free. Air, birth, life. A fractal of the existence my young heart longs to return to. Past. I long for the past. Hearts are breaking, emotion erupts, and love springs forth anew. Crying, screaming, exhausted, can none tell what lies ahead? No predictions ring true. I know the sea. I know the land. And the sky rises above me.
Okay, wow, that is unlike anything I've ever seen before.
That's the usual reaction.
But I have to say, the title, Visual Poetry, really helps clear up what this is actually all about. Poetry in the visual form, and I think that people are really going to take well to this new form of poetry. Now, I understand that publicly you have a title for yourself, Waltruester Lewison, poet by birth, commodity by design.
Well, actually, John, the title is Poet at Heart, commodity by design. And it's not so much how I came up with the title, because really that's just what I am inherently. And the truth is, I make and sell my poetry not because I want to, but because the constraints of our society have forced me into that. So what I've come up with is this product, that's real poetry by a real poet that can be purchased at an affordable price. And because it's not about what we know or what we can learn, but what we can unlearn, if you know what I'm saying. And I think that's really what's at the heart of this project.
Alright, well, I'm not sure that cleared anything up for me or Diane or anyone else in the world, but I'm sure the viewers back at home are just as hooked as we are, and we look forward to seeing it on the shelves. Now, I'm afraid that looks like that's all the time we have for this segment, so thank you for being here with us, Mr. Waltruester, and we look forward to hearing from you in the future.
My pleasure.
Well, that was certainly something, wasn't it, Diane? Visual poetry.
Yes, that was pretty incredible.
Well, moving on to our next story, why don't you take it away, Diane?
Okay, thanks, John.
No problem.
Okay, there's a new series on television that's got everyone's attention by storm. It's called Myth, Legend, or Fable, Questionable Answers Answered Questionably. Now, the idea behind the #1 hit series is that they take footage from people who have submitted their own home footage that claim to have encountered real life, either a myth, legend, or fable. Broadcasting live from Studio B, we actually have 2 of the people who submitted videos. That was actually the premiere episode of the show. Their names are Topher and Nate, and we have them in Studio B, where we're going to have a live broadcast interview between studios. And so here they are. Let's talk to them, starting with Topher. How are you guys?
And hey, why don't we give them a hand?
You know what? Okay, actually, I'd like to take a moment to say something here. Topher and Nate are incredible young men. They have gone through so much. And this isn't scripted. I just wanted to say real quick that I really admire them for the courageousness that they've shown. And actually, let's just get back to the point. Topher and Nate, take it away.